The Sharks played a full 59 minutes, but unfortunately, it falls apart at the end. Is it all their fault? Not really. We'll get into that and a bunch more right now on Teal Town After Dark. Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday night, February 18th, 2021. The Sharks, after a strong play from them, go down to the St. Louis Blues in overtime, 3-2. Welcome to this edition of Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks postgame. We do this after every single game, home and away. If you want to be part of the show, Teal together and interact with us and fellow Sharks fans on the page or the app. And of course, follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Of course, smash that subscribe button. SoundCloud, Reddit, and of course our Discord channel. We'll give you info about that a little bit later. And of course, find everything at tealtownusa.com. Hi everyone, I am Puck Guy. I am running solo tonight for now. Hopefully be joined by Al Martinet in just a jiffy, if not one of my teammates. And I noticed that Drew was getting some love for some pictures behind the background. So, us, we like to salute that guy from the Paris of the Prairies, So, yeah, we have a picture of Brody back up there. We got a picture of my mom and, of course, what she calls the stud muffin and a half right there. And, of course, happy birthday to Sonia Tydinko. We know her as best from Twitter Mission. So we want to give some love out to her, and of course she loves rocking that Teal Town USA shirt for that. So let's get into this, shall we? I'm going to be going to you guys a lot in the chat, guys and gals, pardon me, with you in the chat. So let's get into it, shall we? Jordan Furtado, in my mind, San Jose won this game. This game was pulled from our hands from the officials. We'll get into that. San Jose was so dominant. Yeah, I don't see how you get this game with that conclusion. I'm in agreement with you wholeheartly. It is what it is. Ryan, yeah, I don't know what just happened. It just, I was like surprised. Choo-choo train. Nothing surprising, honestly. Shocked it wasn't well. Well, unfortunately, you look at this. You look at the sense that this team played really well, but again, this team can't hold on to leads, and that's the negative way of looking at it for sure. David, good game. Yes, great game to you guys. A heck of a way to stay in there. Proud Hedrick, you got to keep that hole closed. Jones, even for Perron, yeah, I know. Even the Blues fans are saying the refs kind of sucked this game, not going to lie. Yeah. It's indeed in that one. So, definitely getting into it. But, Jordan, we'll definitely talk about Tomas Hertl, get his face first into the boards. We hope he's okay. Haven't heard anything on that just yet. Hopefully we'll do that, of course. Even Austin, I know you follow our friends at Let's Go Blues Radio. That Marlowe call was effed up. Yep, for sure. Definitely taking a look at a lot of these comments. A lot of frustration on the calls and everything. So it's Curse Shark Glass, Kathy. Good evening to you, my dear. Burns putting Kurz in his place. Love it. Burns has been pretty feisty in these post gamers lately. I actually participated in the other one, and it was like, so look at that. This Burnsy post game. LMAO. Yes, definitely. So are there, St. Owen, are there better options than on the tactical odds than Marlowe? No. I thought Marlowe played a good. I thought he played a good one. So, I mean, he had a couple of chances on goals. I thought he had more of his legs tonight. And you know, I know Randy Hahn and Brett Hicken made a joke about that Patty doesn't swear, but man, I would have loved for him to go off on it, but it is what it is. We're going to get some quotes as well, you know, coming into it tonight. So, let's see. Do I have my guy? All right. So, let's get into it, shall we? First period, looking pretty promising. You have Dunn taking a high stick early on. Thought the Sharks looked pretty decent on that power play, but it wasn't exactly the best in the world. And then later on, Burns takes an interference call, which I thought, Perron, really? You kind of embellished that a little bit. And then, he likes to be that little S disturber for sure to make things worse. And then, of course, he assists on the Hoffman goal. And, of course, Hoffman wide open. And if I'm not mistaken, Ferraro seemed like he had to fight like 10 feet and cover like two guys at the same time. Which is a little crazy for me, for sure. But, yeah. So that made it 1-0. Donato would take a high stick late in the period, which I get it. Tough call to take. Thankfully, it was only a 4-minute, or it wasn't a 4-minute, it was just a 2-minute one there. So I thought the Sharks played a decent period despite, getting into penalty trouble, make it a 1-0 St. Louis, 12-10 to shots. Thought it was a fairly even play on that one. In the second period, which have been, the nightmare of them all, the second period of them all, the Sharks actually won this one. This is like the second period that they have. Noah Gregor with a nice pass from Gambrell and Milosh. Milosh gets his first NHL point. So congrats to Nicholas Milosh on this one. To make it 1-1, and then John Leonard, or as I like to call, Jay Leno, gets his second back-to-back games with a goal. Nice to see that, to make it a 2-1 after 2. And I thought the Sharks really dominated that second period, and I know it's very cliche, and I know Ted Ramey has really gone on to say, to try to avoid the cliche of the best second period ever this season. It was. I mean, they looked a lot better, and they're definitely getting better with it for sure. I thought those two were hanging on. In the Sharks play, I thought a great third period. Really were working hard, getting very perseverance. They were trying not to get into bad plays. Jones came up with some great saves on this one. I'll give full credit to him for what he did tonight. I mean, yeah, it wasn't exactly the best in the world, and it is what it is. But the thing is, though, it's a full 60. And there's going to be some rough calls. There were a total of 3 penalties going into the third period. And magically, at 15-14, Meyer takes a tripping call. And you don't call anything through there. And if you go onto our Twitter feed where we give, highlights of the game, there are certain calls for both squads. Let's be honest here. For both squads. Honestly, it wasn't exactly the best, the best officiated game. And of course, people will point out that it was Tim Teal officiating this one tonight. You persevere, but that gave momentum. It wasn't a power play influence goal, as we like to say, like a few seconds after a power play goes, but it's definitely got the momentum as they started pulling the goalie. Jones came up with some great saves. They tried to get the puck out numerous times to get everything back. And then, of course, going to the net. And again, where freaking Shen gets in there, tips it home, and gets in front of the net where he's able to beat Jones. That ties the game. Hoffman and Perron with the assists on that one on the extra attacker. It's 2-2. It's like these guys deserve the 2 points in regulation, and unfortunately, the tough part is that you're going to have a you're going to have to persevere to try winning it overtime. Hurdle takes a check into the boards where he comes in his face. He looked like he was dazed. Not sure what the condition is. We haven't heard anything specifically yet. Waiting to see if there's any comments from the post-game presser in that. But then the call. And this is where I get frustrated on it, because I've seen this happen many times with all bunches of teams. It doesn't matter if they're wearing teal, if they're wearing purple. What if it was in purple? All that. And you just have to wonder why you're calling that. Was that egregious? And Randy Hahn did say that the calls, it was a decent call. You can call it because it took away a scoring chance, and that's what they want to look for, is more scoring. Okay, have everybody call it. Have everybody call that penalty, because that was that is, Jordan, that's no by means a hooking call. So, I get it. It's just ridiculous, So, unfortunately, it leads to the winning goal by was it Perron? Yeah, frickin' David Perron, where he gets the dive, he gets his goal scoring. It's like he's playing for Vegas all over again, But you're right, like a tire. We are not entitled to complain because of a hand pass, right? Yes, that was 2 years ago, and guess what? They fucking won the cup anyways. Okay, they frickin' won the cup. So, so be it. Nothing happened. We're cursed. So the hand passes now are cursed. All of that. So, want to welcome the 50 of you plus to Teal Town After Dark. We do this after every single game, home or away. If you want to be part of the show, join us in the chat. So get on YouTube, either on the page or the app, and by all means check us out here. And of course, we do a lot of things on tealtownusa.com, along with a lot of interviews. AJ's done a number of them, with Dylan Gambrell. We've talked to Jonathan Becker, John Scott, all of those guys. And we're here to kind of be your Sharks Teal therapy, of course. We can be frustrated about this loss, abso-freaking-lutely. So, I mean, let's see if we get some quotes in the locker room. I can see that we got some from Bob Bugner. We worked hard on our 5-on-5. The first group of games, we were giving up too much, but it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not one thing, it's another. That's all you got, Coach? That's all you got? It's not one thing, it's another? It's like, oh, okay. Well, so, thank you, AJ, for getting these on here. There's things that we want to clean up. We played a good, hard, fast game. There are parts where we controlled the game. Yeah. And John, thank you for the Super Chat donation, of course. We welcome Super Chat donations. Also, we appreciate donations for the wraparound, which, please, for the sake of my sanity, please, let's have a wraparound tonight. Otherwise, this show's going to probably be about 10 minutes. John, $5 Super Chat donation. I am still proud of the effort. So, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, the effort was there. I think that the effort was a way better than it's been early on in some of these games, especially against Vegas, especially against that blowout about Colorado. I mean, it's just one frustrating thing after another, for sure. So for the wraparound, let's get this cleared out right now. We have 51 watching. We need 26 likes. We're at 14 right now. We need 12, well, now 11 more likes to get a wraparound and a donation on Venmo at Teal Town USA. So let's check that out. Indeed there. Burnsy, I think certain games display different things. They're a flank team shooting pucks from everywhere, but we got guys who lay in front of pucks every day. Yeah, and there was definitely a lot of guys taking block shots, a lot of people breaking up plays and everything for that for sure. So Gambrell had some couple block shots. PK's looked a lot better after that 3 power play goal debacle against Vegas. So what can I tell you? They're doing as good as they possibly can. But even Jones getting some praise from Bob Bugner about a week after getting criticized from Bob Bugner about it. Jones has played very well and given us a chance to win the last three games. He's giving us that game we need. You need the goal support. And we're looking at you, frickin' Timo Meier. You had a couple of chances. Hurdle had a goal and chance to tap it in and totally missed it. These guys are off a little bit, for sure. We had a couple of chances in overtime. I thought the guys battled hard, blocked shots, taking hits, and there was some good take out of this. So, for sure. Martin Jones, we had a lot of guys stepping in front of shots. The effort and compete was there. Just need another bounce or two. More another bounce, maybe another goal. I'd be quite honest. Is how I would say. Kevin Lacey in the chat. Gambrell made really good defensive play in overtime. Turned it around for Knizhov to make a really good offensive play. I was happily befuddled by the latter. Hey, if it works, it works. It doesn't matter. I mean, Ben Ferriero got an overtime goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Whatever it takes is what I say. So all in all, you guys look good all around. Oh, my mic isn't great. Oh, let's fix that, shall we? Thank you, AJ. Sorry about that. My apologies for the mic feed there. Hopefully this sounds like a lot better there. Thank you very much for that. My apologies there. It sucks because you have all these chances going and it's just like one thing after another, and that's the frustrating part about this squad. Gregor, you looked great, nice goal. Knizhov, somebody come around. Even AJ, I know, has said it on the Pucknologist that he's slowly starting to like Knizhov's game a bit, and it's fortunate to have that depth. Very fortunate to have that depth. But you look at the penalties that were called on this one. Yeah, sorry, AJ. Thank you, bud. And apologies to everybody with my audio feed on that one. Thank you for sticking through it. But hey, let me know. So we want to make sure we get this right for sure. But I look at the penalties tonight. The high stick from Dunn. Okay, I get you. The Burns interference, he was really frustrated about that. Marlowe's penalty, he was super frustrated by that. But, and then you have the Meier one where I think I saw a hand go down there, but I thought, still, I thought that was a little iffy. Gregor with comments coming in. Anytime you have a late lead, it's always tough to overtime. And the Sharks have done that a number of times now, and it's a tough one. Martin Jones, I felt good about my game the last little while. I'm cleaning up details, just making sure I'm sharp. Joner, you had a heck of a night tonight. Looking through the stats, St. Louis put up 45 shots on goal. So a nice game a 933 save percentage, 42 saves on 45 shots. You know, it's it's starting to look promising. Uh, Kevin's saying Knyzhov is starting to settle in the same way Shimmick did a couple of years ago. Neither makes sense based on their AHL play, but hey, roll with it. Yeah, why not? Why not roll with it? I mean, it's that experience, and I know Rock kind of mentioned it on the Pucknologist. This is kind of like a 56 game preseason for next season, where these guys are going to really need to show up. But you still have this season to show, and like Randy and Drew were mentioning in the second intermission, the Sharks get on a streak, they're right back in this thing. And I know a lot of people are on tank mode. You know, you're on tank mode. So I think it'd be a huge one indeed if they can get a streak going. Unfortunately, their winning streak ends once again at 1. So that's a tough one to take. Bugner Jones has played very well and given us a chance to win the last 3 games. He's giving us that game we need. I think I already said that, but it's worth mentioning again, especially considering what Jones has done over these last 3 games, especially getting called out from Bugner in the post game pressers. You just know we need to give a chance. And, Rob, that's a good point. Milosevic's giving Knyzhov some competition. That's something that should have happened last preseason. That's something that should have happened last preseason, and it didn't. It should have. It should have. Shemilevsky had his chance. Chekovich had his chance, but he didn't go away. AJ on the Teal Town USA tank mode. That's what I call myself after having 5 beers at a Sharks game, or doing a show the other night. Laurel, thank you very much. Donation made, 27 likes. Hashtag wraparound. Yeah, it is what it is, though. Yeah, and like a tiger, it's been almost 2 years. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But, it's a matter of time. And don't deny yourself that they're on a retool. They're not going to say it. They're not going to say it. But this time was bound to happen. Yes, they have a squad that can compete for a playoff spot, but the guys that they expected to take that next leap, it took a little bit. It was fortunate that Meyer and LeBanc came up as quickly as they did because they are that talented. Now, where are they now? They've digressed now. Is that something that has to do with their contracts are worth? You would hope not. But Meyer needs to show up a lot more constantly. Freaking LeBanc. Bro, come on, man. Let me just between LeBanc had 3 shots on goal, 1 hit. Timo Meyer took that penalty call, had 5 shots on goal. At least they're throwing 5 shots on goal for tonight. You're contributing on getting those shots. You get those guys like Gregor. Donato had an assist. Patty had an assist. Gambrell had an assist. It's those things that help. It's those things that help have that you help to see down the line for depth. Those guys are stepping up when other guys are. Look at that, Kevin. Right on, as I'm saying it, other guys didn't step up. And that's what you need to happen. Kevin saying not a chance. Knyzhov would have been going to the VHL straight to the NHL. Milosh was at the end of the camp, but what Eric's saying is that kind of should have happened last year. Yep, absolutely. That's what should have happened, and it would have made this team a lot more different. I think last year would have been better if you had that competition. Now, do you have this competition now? Yes. But they need to push each other. They need to push each other to make themselves better. That's what we expected Devin Dubnyk to do, and I think it actually has happened. Yes, it took a bit for Martin Jones to get his butt moving, but I think we've seen it in the last couple of games. He has stepped it up. So, you hope to see a team with a better effort on Saturday night, or excuse me, more like Saturday afternoon. That game is a 4 p.m. start on Saturday, so it's been moved up to later. Somebody will be here. I have some previous engagements, so I'll be on assignment for sure. If you're just joining us, hi, it's Puck Guy here. I have my framed photo, or not so framed photos, of Brody, Drew, and Sonia here. Again, Sonia, happy birthday. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're new here, thanks for joining as well. Please hit that subscribe button. We do this after every game, and we appreciate your support all around. We like to tell it like it is, and it is what it is. So, with that, we want to thank, where was it? Where are you? Tonight's wraparound brought to you by Laurel and Jerry. Donate using the Venmo at Teal Town, USA. So, with that being said, I think it's time for the wraparound.
Have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
AJ, I told you we got to fix that thing. Keep saying reach around for some odd reason. I don't know why, but it is what it is. All right, let's get into it. And tonight, the Kings and the Desert Dogs are tied at 2 late in the third period. On this one, knee buster Dustin Brown has a goal on there. Hot dog loving Phil Kessel has his 5th of the season for the Desert Dogs. In Quackenheim, the Ducks are currently down 2-0 to the Minnesota Wild. Fiala and Hartman, both former Nashville Predators, if I'm not mistaken, have goals in this one for Minnesota. Earlier, Devils topped the Bruins 3-2. What? Kyle Palmieri with 2 goals in this one. Pasternak has his 6th in a losing cause. In Philly, the Flyers, before they head out to Lake Tahoe to be in the NHL outdoor game, which we'll probably get into in just a jiffy here. They lose in a shootout 3-2. Georgiev with the victory for the Rangers in this one. Moving onward to the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby with his 6 leads the Penguins over the Islanders 4-1 in that one. Brock and Nelson with the only goal for the Fish Sticks. The Neon Buggers, otherwise known as the Columbus Blue Jackets, they shut out the Nashville Predators 3-0. The Predators are now 6-10 on the campaign. Is David Poile in the hot seat? Former Shark, and it's still weird to say former Shark, Joe Thornton. Oh, yeah, boys. Yeah. It's got another one. Look at it. I'm on a fire. Yes, he gets his 3rd of the season as the Maple Leafs take down the Senators 7-3. So, yeah, I hate to say it. Joe Thornton, twice as points of EK65 in half the games in the fraction of price. Well, yeah, that's true. But it is often a forward over a defenseman, I'll say. But then again, it's a 40-year-old versus a 30-year-old defenseman. So, San Ramon native Austin Matthews continues his scoring streak. He has 2 in this one. Marner, Nylander, Tavares all score. So when we talk about the big guys becoming the big guys and stepping them up, that's a prime example. Look at what the Leafs did tonight. And granted, they blew a 5-1 lead their last game, but look how they responded. Matthews with 2 goals. Jumbo, who's off that top line, gets a goal. Marner gets his 8th. Nylander gets his 5th. Tavares gets his 6th. The guys who are getting paid the big bucks are producing in big ways. In other news, Tim Stutzla, the guy who was selected with the Sharks pick in the Senators, he gets his fifth early on in the first period. So his fifth of the season there. He now has more goals than Erik Karlsson has points, but I digress. Is Nashville okay? I don't know. Who would have thought pairing Thornton with with Matthews would equal scoring? Oh yeah, bud. Yeah, somebody's got to throw the puck around. I guess I got to put it in the shit, boys. Yeah, boys. I know. I can't do it as well as Brody Brazil. But hang with me here. The Capitals beat up on the Buffalo Sabres 3-1. The typical Washington players: Backstrom with his 8th, Tom Wilson with his 6th with a shorthanded goal, Connor Sheary the goal there. So, and of course, Dallas and Tampa postponed due to that crazy winter storm that's hitting Texas. I mean, you would want to escape, but you probably don't want to escape. That's all I'm saying. So, in fact, that same storm postponed the Barracuda game. Oh, did we say Barracuda?
Ooh, Barracuda!
I tell you, you can use those videos to get a sip of water anytime. The Barracuda were supposed to play against the Texas Stars, the AHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars, tonight. Unfortunately, because of everything going on in Texas, that was postponed to a later date. We'll see if that becomes a thing. In fact, the Barracuda, I believe, 4 or 5 players to their former ECHL partner, the Allen Americans. So, and yes, Kevin, I'll do this for you. Well, since another week without the Barracuda, never too late to rewatch the last episode of In the Reef with Kevin Lacey and Nick Nolenberger. Check that out at Teal Town USA on our YouTube channel or tealtownusa.com for that matter. So we'll be good to go on that one. So that was Tuesday. Well, why did I see it retweeted today? I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, running it solo, I think that's a good time to call it. Your comments are welcomed in the chat. 2 song games are postponed because of COVID-19. Great. I'm like, shouldn't they be coming home soon? I mean, my goodness, the Barracuda should have some home games, and I know they're kind of splitting time between. They're supposed to be splitting time between the Solar for America ice and the Shark Tank. In fact, their next game is on the 25th. So they will be playing at Solar for America ice about an hour and a half before the Sharks get going on the 25th. I believe that is... Why can't I think of it? I believe that is St. Louis. Yes, so St. Louis with that on the 25th. So a couple of things heads up. If you have the original schedule printed out, as I do on my screen up top here, a couple of notes. The April 23rd game that the Sharks were going to host the Minnesota Wild has been pushed up to Monday to accommodate making up some of the games that the Wild missed because of their COVID protocol issues that they had over the last week or so. So the Sharks will play Saturday at 3:30. Saturday at 4 p.m. 3:30 pregame live on NBC Sports California. So 4 p.m. Saturday for the Sharks and Blues. Monday the Sharks will come home. They were supposed to have like a 4 or 5 day break, but that's now become Monday the 22nd. That's a 7:30 start for Sharks and Wild. The St. Louis game that was on the 26th has now been moved to the 25th. So Thursday, the 25th, will be the Sharks and Blues, and then the 27th will be Sharks and Blues again at 7:30 on the Saturday night. So, Kurt Price from Let's Go Blues Radio. Good evening, sir. I wish I DM'd you or Jeff to help me out here tonight, but just got here. You guys were screwed on that penalty in overtime. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Phantom. So St. Louis. So, hey, this is around worldwide. So we'll ask this too, since we see Austin Lynch in here and Kurt Price. Yo, Blues people, best barbecue. Who's got it? I need to know. So, we'll once we find out what the best barbecue is, we'll share that with you because hey, this place goes around worldwide. Yes, a lot of viewers from the U.S. Of course, in Sharks territory, it goes everywhere. Canada, Europe, you name it. So while we get an answer, hopefully, we'll say in case you missed anything and you want to watch this again, I don't know why, but okay, we appreciate it. Check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and like I said, always available at tealtownusa.com. But please smash that subscribe button. It goes a long way for doing it. So, Austin, thank you very much. Sugar Fire or Pappy's are two of my favorite barbecue places. Kurt is confirming Pappy's is excellent in St. Louis, right next to the Center Ice Brewery, too. So, definitely that. So that'll do it for us. Somebody here will be with you on Saturday following Sharks and Blues. That, again, is now a 4 p.m. start. It is a 4 p.m. start, so we should be on about 6:35 p.m. Pacific time in that general vicinity for that. So that'll do it for us. And we appreciate each and every one of you. 37 watching, 34 likes. Incredibly appreciative to you. Next week, we do have Heritage Games, and we're going to have some fun. We are definitely going to have some fun. That's all I'm going to say is I look forward to presenting this to you, and I hope you have some fun with our Heritage After Darks as well. So that'll do it for us. We'll see you Saturday following Sharks and Blues, and in a 3-game week following that. Of course, hit us up on our YouTube channel, hit our button, and check us out. The Chompersation now continues on Discord. So we thank you for watching, and until next time, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you Saturday following Sharks and Blues from Missouri.